could turn the whole table this way and, have then the light would be coming towards our faces. We're not going to do that.
Go back to rearranging the furniture to record.
Yeah.
Remember when, okay, maybe we should start this, then we'll reminisce.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Look at us.
Oh
Reunited in the flesh.
And it feels so good.
It does. we might not talk about how good it feels. I know.
Might make people feel awkward.
I thought about that song. Like, I'm not going to try to sing it, but it's definitely in my head.
It's a good song.
And I was just saying that's not even a good song.
Oh, okay. It's typical of us.
Exactly. Oh, well,
it's probably not necessarily a good song, but I guess it just reminds you of, I don't know, better days.
Well, when you hear the word reunited, that song just comes to
it does.
To your mind.
It completely does.
So
it completely does.
Whether it was a good song or a bad song, it just happens.
Yep.
So
that's true.
But anyway, I was just going to reminisce about when we first started podcasting in our Arlington house in the living room.
Yes.
And I would literally move the couch, move all the stuff just to try to. And we had the big windows there too. So maybe, what we could do is I could shut those blinds, but then that would be an icky backdrop.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as pretty.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as pretty. Yeah. I don't know.
We thought about recording in the Yarnshire very briefly. Actually, we didn't even consider it, but we could if we thought that recording in the new house with all these windows, natural light, we just thought, oh, this is going to be the answer to our years of struggling.
5 years now, right?
5 years.
5 years.
And
but I think it's gonna be better than you think.
Probably.
I think it will be because I think the lighting's good. I think it looks fine.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't have my glasses on. So
and I think it's the best backdrop we've ever had. So,
it is
we're
nice.
Improving.
It's it would be nice if one of the little critters came up like, there comes the sun.
The deer.
Yeah,
that's
the
another
deer.
song.
Here comes the sun. Yeah. Still not one of my favorites.
Mine either.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start dropping some song lyrics that would be a good segue into a song that I actually like.
Yes. Although you like really hard, heavy metal. I don't know.
I like a lot of music.
I know you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
You're well-rounded.
Well, I am round.
Yeah. Especially now.
More round by
we're
the
all,
day.
We're all probably a little bit more round. Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Oh, anyway. So yeah, we thought that this would be like the perfect setup right here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And
but we have no food.
Oh, I could fix that. I made cookies.
So you've been cooking a lot more?
Well, I was cooking a lot in the RV.
Okay.
Which is surprising because when we first started living in the RV, I said, I'm not cooking out here. This is ridiculous. We will go out to eat.
Yep.
Well, then, since we were there a year, obviously, at some point I started cooking again.
Nice.
But it is a lot more fun to cook in here because there's space and counter space and
when you have a place for everything and you're starting to probably learn where everything is, and
it does take a while. Sometimes I'm like, okay, where did I put? I made split pea soup the other day. I was like, where did I put the dried beans? So I had to go through all the cupboards and try to find out.
Yeah.
There is a method to it. It's just I don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't memorized it all.
I remember, I think it was our first house that Bob and I bought when we were first married, and I felt so good. My mom's very good at organizing kitchens and like putting things in good spots, and so her and I had totally put everything away. And I was like, man, for such a small kitchen, like we've got so much space. Well, then it dawned on us we hadn't even put food away.
It
so
does
we were
make
like,
a difference.
oh, I guess we have food to put away, so that changes everything. So it's funny, but.
It is funny.
But now in my kitchen, all my food's in the pantry. So I have no food in the kitchen cupboards.
Nice. I'm trying to picture where your pantry is.
It's right when you walk in that back door by the desk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The first house we were going to get, or maybe it was a second or third, I don't know.
Somewhere in the process.
Somewhere in the process. After we bought house plans and then realized we couldn't use those, one of them had this amazing walk-in pantry.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That was cool.
It was an awesome pantry.
Yeah.
I like this house better, but I did love that pantry.
Yeah.
So anyway, Naughty Nitwits, Michelle, Leslie.
In case you forgot.
We're having to retrain ourselves on how to do this in person.
Yes. And, oh my goodness. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So much better.
Oh.
We don't have to worry about like talking over or waiting for you to finish what you're saying.
Although we could just do that for old time's sake.
Good.
Sorry. That was my Death Eater look.
That's right.
It's yeah, there won't be much freezing going on here on our screen.
No,
so.
hopefully not. Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Although you have not uploaded a video from your new house, have you? But it's the same internet as what you had down the shop, right? So
Well, it is. We have another router up here, so it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to carry my computer back down to the shop.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be funny.
No, it'll all be fine.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be great. So how long have you been in the house now? Couple weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
A week?
A week?
No, I don't know. I think it's been just over a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I really don't know. I have not a great concept of time anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I know I'm not the only one. I mean, we're all kind of confused.
Yeah. What day is it?
Exactly.
What month is it?
I know it's the end of June. I think it's like the 29th.
Yes. Tomorrow's the last
2020.
Yes.
So I looked back and we started podcasting. Our first episode, our first row one, was July 11th of 2015.
That's crazy. Gosh.
So yeah.
So weird. It's gone by so fast. But yet so much has happened, you know? It's like, yeah. Especially for you. Yes. Your whole life.
There has been a lot of changes.
Well, I mean, we went from having our kids at home to kids out of the home pretty much. I mean, I've got Emmeline, but she's pretty much gone all the time.
Yeah.
And then, you moving.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you've watched us a while, you know that neither one of us were expecting that to actually happen.
No,
much
it was
less
just
as
all
fast
talk.
as it did.
Yeah.
So
it was a nightmare to think about.
It
for
really
a long
was.
time.
I mean, it really, really was. But full circle, I will say that I'm actually happy here now. Mm-hmm. I think part of it helps that my kids are no longer down in Clackamas County.
Yes.
You know, and so I don't. The only thing I really miss about down there now is Leslie.
Right.
And that's a big one, but we can handle this. We can still get together.
Yes.
So
yes, we make it happen.
I do. I love like when we first were moving out here. I was thinking I don't want to be that isolated. You know, like I like the sound of traffic. I like hearing sirens.
Right.
I like
City girl. Yeah.
I'm a city girl. But you know, now that I've been out here, and especially now that I'm in a house with windows, because living in the shop and not getting to look outside for a long, long time, I knew it was depressing, but I didn't know how depressing.
Yeah.
You know, and so to be in here where I can look outside and I just see trees and the sky.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes deer or buck or coyote.
Yep.
Whatever. It's really cool. Birds.
Yes.
I see so many birds. It's so fun. Like the cows over in the neighbor's yard and the pigs and stuff. It's like things that I never knew I would enjoy looking at out my window. Like a year ago or 2 years ago, if you'd have told me, you know, I would have been like, no, I don't want to open my window and see cows.
Right.
That's just not appealing to me. But now I love it. It brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Well, they're entertaining and they're so cute.
There's just something about it. So.
Yeah.
So kicking and screaming all the way out here, but now I have a house. I'm happy.
Exactly.
You make me suffer for a year living in.
You'll pretty much be happy with
I
anything.
mean, right? How? My husband knows how to get compliance
That's
out
right.
of me.
That's right.
Make her live in a shop.
Put her through hell for a year, and then she'll be grateful for anything.
Exactly.
Oh,
Her double wide manufactured home is going to seem like a palace.
That's right. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously though, I mean, manufactured homes have come a long way.
Oh yes.
And we've said it before, we don't need the house to last 50 years because we're not going to be alive that much longer. I mean, I don't know how much longer we will be alive, but probably not 50 more years.
Yeah,
you know, that would put us in our hundreds. And
nobody wants to live that long.
You know,
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe
either.
Some people do, but I don't know.
I don't know either. So, well, I guess we could do some knit and talk, and then get back to crochet talk, some hook and talk.
Yes, some hook and talk. Yeah.
That blanket you have there is just gorgeous. Is this your new one that you're doing with just
done.
the light?
Yep.
It's done.
Well, I need to be done with it because it's humongous, but I have enjoyed it so much that it's like I don't want to be done with it.
Okay, so did you go with was this a color scheme one?
Well, it was, but you know how I am. I start off with the color scheme and then I run out of the colors I want and then I go, oh, but that's pretty. So then I add that color in and then so it was supposed to be pinks and creams and
that's
maybe
what
some
I'm seeing.
peaches. Okay, but but then there's some there's hot
that.
Pinks
well,
and then there's some blues and but for the most part there's nothing crazy. Like there's no rainbow colors or reds, or there is some orange, but and yellows.
Well, those
so pretty much there's no reds.
Those,
That's it.
No brown.
No brown, no black.
Okay.
But there's everything else.
Yellow. I don't see any yellow.
There's probably yellow.
Okay.
There's probably some
Well,
yellow.
since we're talking about it, why don't you pull that baby out?
All
and
right.
let's see it,
So
'cause it's really pretty.
I'm on this color. I keep thinking this is my last color, but then I keep adding more because this is literally the only thing I've wanted to work on.
Okay.
So, and it fits my queen size bed.
Oh, nice.
So it's huge. It's huge. Oh, lovely. I thought I turned that thing off. So yeah, I don't know how to show it, but I did put mohair in it too.
I know.
Stripes
I was
of
noticing that, and it's
mohair.
really cute to see that.
Oh, it keeps going.
Oh.
Yeah, it's huge. And it's very wide because I wanted it to, like, on the couch, I wanted it to completely wrap around me. If I take a nap on the couch, which doesn't happen very often, I like to have the blanket cover my feet and come up to my face because I always wear makeup, and so I never want makeup to get on my pillows on my couch. So I always
So you'd rather have it on your beautiful blanket?
I can hand wash it.
You can wash your pillowcase.
I know. I'm ridiculous. But anyway, that's... Oh my goodness, sorry.
It wouldn't be the Naughty Nitwits podcast if her phone wasn't going off and...
Oh, you know what? I'd had the silent mode on, and then I turned it off, thinking I was turning it on. So that's what's wrong. But anyway, so it's huge. It's very wide. It's very...
It's great.
So anyway, I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to start another one. I'm just, like, addicted to these
You're
things.
blanket
They're
girl.
just so... They're so easy. And, like, when you're watching a movie or what, it's just comforting. No brain, don't have to think about it.
Well, I use the one you made me all the time.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I have it right now. It's folded
love
up on
it.
a antique rocking chair in my bedroom.
That's cool.
Because I don't want the dogs
That makes me
digging on
happy.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I, originally I'd want it to all be like this. These colors.
Well, I'm glad you expanded because I think
Yeah.
that, like, the blues and the other colors really complement the pinks. that are
Yeah,
in there,
I think, there's nothing too obnoxious. I mean, this color was a little much, but I was like, I really like it though. So
Do you want to show it?
Yeah, I probably should. So the hot pink. I
Yeah.
felt like it really didn't go much, but then, and Michelle was sweet enough to let me use some of her yarn. So a lot of these colors are Michelle's.
Oh,
So that
cool.
was fun. Yeah, like the peachy one is yours.
Nice.
I don't know. The pink was yours.
The
But anyway,
pink.
Yeah, pink. There was a lot of them, but I repeated a lot of them throughout.
Yeah,
so
it looks really good.
I would, if I stuck with a color scheme, I kind of would come back to it. I'd look and, like, the purple I used every, so often. I would repeat the purple. Some of them were one of a kind, like this one. There wasn't a repeatable, it was.
I really like that slice of mohair in there.
I do too. It's so
Yeah.
soft. And then one of the stripes was mohair mixed with yarn, this one, and I didn't like it as much as
Okay,
just the
as
mohair.
just the mohair.
So that's...
Now, when you did just the mohair, did you double it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
You just
Yeah,
did-
and it's so soft. It's like, it's just that little bit of
Yeah, I like that.
softness.
I
So
can't wait to start another one. I still have the one I've been working on that I haven't worked on in a long time.
yeah.
But I've been working on my sweater, my Scrappy V
Oh yeah,
sweater.
yeah, yeah. Oh, let me show a hook real quick.
Yeah,
People
okay.
are gonna ask.
Oh yeah.
I'm using the C hook, which is a 2.75 millimeter. So, and I'm just using the metal.
And she has no idea how many she cast on.
I know people ask me all the time.
Yeah.
All I do is I just cast on or chain until it's as wide as I want it, and I just like super wide blankets. So I mean, it's a couple hundred. It takes me a while to get through one row.
So do you do your original chain with a bigger hook so that you don't?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Because that's. I mean, I think I would definitely have to because I've noticed, when you're doing that base chain, it ends up so much smaller,
It
and then
does.
you get that.
It does,
So-
and you end up being a little bit tighter when you first do that. So yeah, it really helps to where. Oh hello. Oh boy, it really helps so that it's stretchy and it's not doesn't pull in too much.
Do you want something to put that on so you have more space?
I'm okay. I'm good. But I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do a border on this one. So I literally feel like once I'm done with when I decide I'm done, I don't have to do a border.
That's
which
nice.
I've always done a border before.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a whole nother like work. You know what I mean?
Right.
It takes a while. To
Especially
do the
on
border.
such a big blanket.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with this one, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of glad I can just
Good.
when I decide I'm done, at the end of the row, I'm done.
And then you
so.
can go curl up and take a nap with it and get your makeup on it.
I know It's so warm too. Like lately, I've been just curling up because we have air conditioning, which I love, but I hate because I feel like you're outside and you die of heat, and then you come inside and you're freezing. So it's like that. There's no happy medium. So I'm sitting on the couch curled up with this while I'm crocheting on it, and it's summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is the first place I've lived, and I don't know how long we don't have air conditioning yet.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, it's cool right now.
It's really cool in here. I'm hoping, and this might just be unrealistic. I would love it if we didn't have to get it.
Yeah.
Because when I have air conditioning, I overuse it.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the temperature that it is right here. I like it.
It's pleasant. Yeah. It's
and
nice.
I don't like it warm, and so.
Well, and out here too, it's like at our house, if it's cool but not, or if it's not too hot, we'll just open windows and sleep with windows open all night, and you could do that out here too.
And we get this great, because of where we're at, we're close to the ocean, not close enough, but we get this afternoon breeze.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to open windows and have fresh air blowing through. I've really
And I prefer that over an air conditioning unit.
See,
if it's cool enough.
If I guess just as a default, I would always just turn the air on because, because it gets it nice and cold.
Definitely. Yeah. Quickly, very quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And plus, where we've lived before, we have not really been in a great environment for having windows open.
Right.
You know, so it is nice to be able to not have people walking by your house.
Exactly. Totally. Yeah. It's very different for sure.
All right, so my Scrappy V.
Yes.
I feel like it's taken me forever.
Really? Have you been working on it a lot?
Yeah, I haven't been knitting a ton lately because by the time I'm like sitting down to knit in the evening, I'm just tired because of the moving and the unpacking. And then another thing is, I know I mentioned this a while back. I was hoping it would go away by now, but I keep getting this pain in my arm.
Oh,
so
that's not good.
I know. So I'm trying to pretend that it's just nothing and it's going to go away.
Yeah.
But it's slowing me down with knitting because it'll start to hurt pretty quick.
Can you wear a band or like something?
Maybe. I might have to, get to that. But
yeah.
Anyway, so this is the Scrappy V. Can't think.
Pretty. I love the colors.
Knit Sophie or Knit Sophie. Oh, well, okay. So the colors. It's funny that you mentioned that. So, okay.
So colorful.
I know. That's.
I meant it as a good thing, but
I'm taking it like, whoa. Okay, because like what you were saying with that pink.
Yeah.
So I was really happy up until the gray.
Okay.
Right in here.
Okay.
Then I went, because each color has gone into the next one with purpose.
Okay.
So.
You planned it out.
Well, everything was like, okay, I've got this color here. This goes with that.
Okay.
That has that. That has that.
Okay.
And then that, between the blue and the pink, there's like this big break of continuity.
Okay.
But then it goes from the pink, and then it's got the pink in there, and then this green has some of the pink in it.
Yeah.
It's just that when I'm looking at it, I'm hoping that when it's done, this bright, colorful section will mellow out a little bit.
Will that be right where your boobs are?
Probably. I don't know. Look, here's some bright boobs.
May not mellow out.
Some non-mellow bright boobs. So if I had it to do over again, I would definitely pick my colors differently.
Okay. I was going to say, like, what would you do differently?
Well,
like,
I think I would, like, this from here, like, I love this blue. I love the blue and this color and that color and that. And I loved this section. The part that's hurting my eyes is this bright section.
Oh, okay. Kind of throws you off.
It does, but I don't think, I'm thinking I'm not going to undo it.
Right. Yeah.
Are your eyes hurting?
No, I'm just saying, I wouldn't undo it either, but that's probably, it's obviously lazy of me. I'd just be like, I'm just going to plug along.
I'm going to plug along because one thing I've noticed, like in the blankets and stuff, is sometimes when you're focusing on a certain striped area, it seems really intense. But then when you get it done, it's like, it just kind of brightens it up a little.
Right.
So I'm hoping that this is just it brightens it up a little bit and isn't like, wow, you've got neon across your boobs.
Are you repeating any of those colors or is that it? Okay.
No. I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I hadn't planned on it. I've got, these are all either barnyard knits from our Advent last year.
Oh, fun. Yeah. Well, I was just thinking if you repeated any of the colors, maybe it would help it look like it's like more, like not just there. it's also here.
Oh, so put it there again.
I
Right across my big belly, too.
didn't like it the first time.
Boobs
I'm
and
going to add
belly.
some more.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
bad idea.
Let's add neon pink around your whitest parts.
That's right. And a big panel of it.
Yeah, exactly. In sparkle.
That's right. Oh
great.
my gosh.
But I'll just keep going with it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what are you going to do? What
I
are you
don't
going
know.
to do?
You could rip it out. But where would you rip it out even to? Like up, so
I
right,
think-
what color would you
I
rip
think
it
I'd
to?
rip it up into
The
here.
gray or the
And
light blue?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
But you like the blues though, right?
I do. The thing is that I loved it in the skein and I love it
Okay.
knit. It's so bright.
Well, I think this is bright.
This pink.
The pink to the green. But I feel like this looks good, you
Yeah.
know?
So
it
maybe-
goes with the blue, this blue
Yeah.
down here, you know?
See, but the blue and the green look good together.
Yeah, no, they do.
I mean, that's the thing is they all look good together. It's just when you get them all together, it's like, whoa, there's a
Party.
lot going on there.
Party, yeah.
Yeah.
Party going on, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
and for a blanket, it probably would have been fine. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's funny because I'll look at patterns that use like a ton of mini skeins, like a sweater, and I think it looks amazing. But then I think practically, I'm like, would I wear that? Probably not. I'm
Yeah.
just not the type of person. But it's like,
I'll wear
it's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'll totally
Yeah.
wear it. I just know that I would like it better if I had been more. Not that I don't have enough minis to do another one.
Yeah. Oh,
Or full
totally. Yeah.
skeins and
Would you have
bring them-
wanted to do more like a fade look, or no?
I don't know. No, because
The
like
stripes are fun.
the
I mean,
stripes are fun, and these aren't faded, but I really like how they look
Yep.
because they're easy on the eye.
mhm.
And then same with, excuse me, same with here. I don't mind the fact that it's striped and that they're different. They're contrasting, whatever.
Yeah.
They're just not super bright. I think really what it comes down to is those are super bright colors that I wouldn't normally
Where?
wear.
Okay.
And like this one, this green, I was super excited to use. It was one of those Olan
Yeah.
minis that I got of, and I just thought it's so pretty.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful color.
It's just not really what I want
Yeah.
on my body,
Yeah.
I think. But I
Yeah.
mean, when it's all said and done,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it
Oh yeah, it'll be beautiful. I mean,
here
it'll
in
be
my
really
house
pretty. Yeah.
because I don't go anywhere,
Yeah.
and so who cares?
Who cares? It's all good. It's all good.
But-
But I felt the same way because like when I did that hot pink, I thought, you know what, if I do a couple more stripes or something, it's just gonna blend. It won't look so. If that was my last
Oh, I
color
see.
on the blanket, then I'd feel like, oh my gosh. But if I add a
Right.
couple more, because I did that hot pink here too,
Uh-huh.
and I felt like that was a little too bright. But then in the long scheme of things, it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, and like I said, if this
So-
was a blanket, it probably wouldn't
Yeah.
seem as alarming.
True.
And I mean,
It's gonna be pretty.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah,
I have worried about it, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm just
That's
gonna
right.
go with, you know what?
it is what it
It
is.
is what it is. And I've really liked this pattern. It's been fun.
good,
It's just, like I said, it feels like, because it's fingering, it's taking a
Yeah.
while. And I'm making it big. I went down a needle size or two because I wanted it to have a little bit tighter gauge than what I was at the first time I cast it on.
Okay.
And, it's one of my little magic knots. One of my magic knots came undone, which I know I must have done it wrong because when I do it right, they don't. I've only
Yeah.
had it come undone maybe 3 times in
Okay.
all the knitting magical. So I ended up just tying it
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm
Yeah.
just not gonna do anything else.
Yeah.
But
That works.
anyhow, so I did take it off the needles and I put it on scrap yarn so that I could try it on just to kind of make sure everything was.
Yeah.
Well, rookie move. I did it in this gray, the dark gray section, and like, what an idiot! I put it on dark yarn.
Oh gee.
So just a reminder,
Yeah.
if you're forgetful and do stupid stuff like I do, if you're gonna take your stitches off the needles so that you can try something on, don't use the same tone of color
Right.
that you're currently working with.
Well, do you have extenders that you can just extend the cord?
Not on these needles.
Okay.
I probably do with other ones, but
Okay.
I
Those are
just-
specific to that. They're not interchangeable with other
They are
stuff.
I mean, they're those Diac needles, but I don't know how I would make. I don't think I have anything to connect. To make the
You
cable
don't have
longer.
the connectors.
I do have longer cables, so I could have just. I could have just put it, and that's what I've done in the past. Instead of using scrap yarn, I just use a really long cable
Yeah.
needle,
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I just grabbed some yarn and did it.
And that works.
Yeah, it works better if you don't use dark yarn on dark yarn.
Yeah,
it took me so long to get it back on.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my gosh.
That usually doesn't take me that long.
Yeah.
There's a buttload of stitches on here for sure, but
yeah. Wow.
Anyhow, that's pretty much what I've been.
Fun. So do you just keep a basket of minis and then you just pick from them, or do you have them in specific order? Like this
no, I have two different things of minis. I've got my Namaste case, the train case that we got. That has my bigger. So I'm using two different. This size from. Whatever sets of minis I had. Because remember the barnyard knits that we split?
Yep.
And so that's what these smaller sections are.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of what my bigger sections are.
Is that other Christmas minis that you got from that gal that sent you some?
No, those are all ready to do in something else.
Okay.
I know the answer to this question. I just can't think of it right now. So anyway, no, it's coming to me. No, it's not.
Right there.
It is. It's like I bought some minis. Maybe a chick that knits. Okay. I bought a bunch of minis. I think they're mostly the bigger sections, except for that one because that was the Olan one. Were a chick that knits. I bought a bunch of her mini skeins that were pretty much all sparkle. Okay. And so anyway, because I thought instead of having all the stripes be the same size, it would be kind of fun to mix the stripes up and stuff.
I like that about that sweater. I think that's really cool.
But anyway, so then I just, like when I finish one color, I just go and I look at my colors and I think, well, what am I going to do next?
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
it probably would be good. I mean, I think it's good to do one like this and just kind of do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Again, if I did it again, and I might like take the minis and actually lay them out and see how they would look. And maybe think about it for a day or two. Yeah. And think, do I really want that hot pink?
Right.
Because I love pink and I like to brighten things up some, but I'm lamenting.
I know.
That I forgot about these. I am lamenting that I did that, but not enough to tear it out because I already had this started and tore it back, and that would be just way too far to tear back.
Oh my gosh! Well, you'd almost feel like you're starting over.
You pretty much would be.
Practically.
You pretty much have to make yourself not go crazy.
Yeah. So. No, and I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. That's fine. Yeah. See, I always say that when I start the crochet blankets, that I'm going to have this order and then it just goes out the window eventually. But I feel like my next one, I might actually do mohair every, I don't know, like actually plan it out. Like take one skein of mohair and have it be every so often or something.
So do the different colors like you've done.
Yeah, maybe.
But then just one color of mohair kind of throughout.
Maybe or just pick like 3 skeins and just, I don't know though. I need to weigh this blanket. Somebody asked me how much the blanket I made for you weighed, and I was like, I don't know. I'd have to put it on a scale just to know how many skeins had been used total.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'd be good to know, because I'd like to know, like, okay, if I pick out 4 fingering weight skeins, is that going to be enough?
You mean of mohair?
To stripe. Mohair, have or mohair, anything. And then have a couple skeins.
So that you're having it be more...
Yeah, uniform.
Okay.
So I just go in order and have the same colors. But I don't know if I'd get bored with that eventually, making a big blanket, because that's part of the fun is going, ooh.
It really is
pretty.
And that's why I've liked this.
Yeah.
Is because it really is fun to, like, it's so stupid. But yeah, when you're getting towards the end of the one, you're like, ooh, I get to pick a new one.
Exactly.
And I think that's why I've stuck with this sweater, because it's not using the same yarn over the whole course of...
It does. It changes it up, keeps you interested, and... Yeah, I love it.
And our little minds need that.
We do, to keep our attention.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of, your arm hurting or whatever, that's how this sweater's kind of been for me. It was weird. I was knitting on it. I hadn't picked it up for the longest time because I've just been doing the crochet blanket. And this is the...
Kind of remember you starting this.
Yeah. This is the 11-12 sweater.
Right.
Which I love her version. If I had to do it over again, I would do it with lighter, prettier colors. I don't know. This color scheme just to me is like not me. I don't know if I'll wear it. But
you
it's
will.
so much work that I'm like, there's no way I'm going to rip it out. Not work. I mean, it's fun to do it, but
I get you. That's
but
how
I'm
I feel
like,
about
there's
that
no
one.
way in heck I'm ripping this thing out. So this is the sweater, and I've separated for the sleeves. Now I'm just continuing this pattern all the way down, and then you do it on the sleeves too. So it's like the whole thing is, and all it is slip stitches. So it's not hard. It's just
I guess I could be looking at it there.
time consuming. But it's so thick and heavy
It is.
that when you're knitting with it, it's a weird.
It would be hard on your yes.
So, but it's squishy. I mean, it's very like.
I like how it's looking. I like those colors together.
It's cool look. I mean, it's a cool pattern. Like I love that it's slip stitches because I don't do color work well.
I like the dark and dark though.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I'm probably going to run out of this Zauber ball. So I have another Zauber ball at home that has similar-ish colors, but it's not the same. But part of me is like,
It's
are you
not
going to
gonna
really
matter.
tell?
It's
Because
not
it's
gonna
the
matter.
backdrop.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even really tell much that this changes colors a
No.
whole lot.
It'll
You know,
be
it just
fine.
looks blue. So I think it'll be fine. But I have tons of this. This is
Okay.
from Hobium Yarns. So I'm fine with this. But anyway, I don't know. It's one of those sweaters where I'm like, will I wear it? I mean, obviously it depends if it fits well. I did go up a needle size because I really wanted it to be, and it's really stretchy. So that's a good thing for me, I guess. I just don't know if it'll drape like how I like my clothes to drape and stuff. And my daughter and I were talking, my 17-year-old now, Emmeline, and I were talking about clothing and just how, you know, you reach a certain age where you just know what you like. And so, and you know what you don't like. And you know what looks good on you according to how you feel, not necessarily how not everybody else is going to be like, you look amazing. But, you know, you feel comfortable in your skin. And I told her, I said, I don't know what age that was that happened for me, but I was like, it is such a nice feeling when you just feel like, oh, I like this. This is me. And so this sweater to me, I don't know if it's necessarily my style. I'm more of I just like a loose, like a love note or ranunculus, like that kind of fitting, flowy feeling. I don't think this is necessarily going to be flowy feeling, but it'll be fine.
Well, you could take it off the needle and put it on some dark yarn.
That's true.
And we could all see.
I could. That's true. I just feel like right now it's probably just at my boobs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's a little premature.
So I'll go a few more. But it is fun to knit on because it does keep your interest. And I do like that about it. It's not just, I don't know, I say that, but then I'm like, Leslie, you're a liar. Because I do like just a stockinette sweater that you can just knit.
Oh, but I get so bored with that.
I know.
And I think maybe that's the problem with this one. Even though I'm switching colors and it's fun, but it's just
monotonous.
stockinette. And it was more interesting at the beginning because you're doing short rows to shape the V-neck.
True.
And so, you know, not that I
true.
want to knit a sweater that's completely done in short rows because there is something nice about just mindless knitting.
Well, and that's why I've liked the crochet blanket because it's just mindless. This I have to kind of think, but not really. It's very easy. But
did I already say I really do like the slip stitch look?
No, you didn't.
Okay, because I had it in
too.
my head and I was going to say it. But I couldn't remember if I said it, and then I thought I'm going to sound like my dad. No, just kidding. Sorry,
Repeat
Dad,
yourself.
if you're watching. You don't do that at all.
Yeah. We all do. If we're honest. But yeah. No, I do too because I'm not, like I said, I'm not good at color work. My color work tension is always bad, and I admire people that can do color work and it looks beautiful and well and even, you know.
So is that something you think you'll work on, or are you just going to not do it?
I've been working on it. So, I mean, since we podcasted last, which has been a month.
I mean, color work.
Oh, color work. I need to.
I'm just curious because I came across my Jaws, my shark socks kit.
Yeah.
And which I haven't started yet, but I have it in a thing. And then I when I was putting my bags away, there was this Halloween bag that had something in it. So I looked, my vampire. No, not vampire. Well, they are.
Yeah, aren't they vampire?
Because I did vampire socks. They're like bat socks.
Oh,
or
bats.
whatever
okay.
they are.
Okay.
I don't remember, but there's something.
Yeah.
And I loved them, but I know that and because I have the same problem, I try so hard to be as loose as I can be without it looking like you don't know how to knit.
Exactly.
And then I still end up with it being, too tight. And so part of me is like, I want to get better at it, but I don't know that I want to put the time and effort
I know. And I
really want to lose weight, but I just have not committed to putting the time and effort to it.
Yeah.
Is that a lack of discipline?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so major lacking on discipline in my life.
I think we all are during this time. But I know I have lots of patterns that are color work. Like I have this one pumpkin spice latte mitten pattern that has PSL on. It's fall orange and white yarn. I think someone even gave me yarn for it. Yeah, they did at the knit shop. Somebody gave me yarn for it.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I just think they're so cute. But I'm like, will I do them? Probably not. I mean, but I don't know. I want to get better at it, but slip stitching is so easy, and I think it's a cool effect.
It is a cool effect. I like it.
So
it reminds me of stained glass.
Yeah. And I guess that's the thing. I feel like if I would have used maybe a different backdrop of a color, it would have popped more, but then I don't know.
I don't know how much you want it popping.
I don't know.
I mean, look what happened with my pop.
Popping is not always good.
Popping is not always good. So the mittens, though, I think that
it's a small project.
Well, it's small, and I think that a mitten would be a little more forgiving than a sock.
True.
True. So that might be a really good project to give it a go again, because I mean, I know it has to go over your hand, but it seems like
more forgiving.
It's not as form fitting, probably.
Well, I have that whole book that I bought a couple years ago. I think it's called Spilly Jane. I think it is.
I remember you had a book called
gorgeous, full of mittens.
Oh my gosh, it had the cute.
Yeah, they had like little muffins or little gnomes. I mean, adorable. And I started one of them, and I was just like, oh my, because you have all these balls of yarn.
Yes.
And that's the other thing with color work. I feel like you have all these different, mini skeins or whatever.
Tangle that happens.
Yes, and then it's just this. So far, I mean, there's a couple times I have to, kind of unravel things a little bit, but it's a lot easier to manage.
Yeah.
But I see all these color work sweaters that are out now.
A ton of them.
Gorgeous. I've just never had one that's worked out really well.
The first color work I did was that sheep hat.
Yes, and that was good.
That turned out okay.
See, mine turned out good. It looked like sheep.
It did. They did. Although I do notice other hats that I've done color work didn't turn out as good. So it's like, what happened? You didn't find your... It was beginner's luck.
That's what it was.
I think that's the thing. That's what it was.
Now it's just a downhill spiral. Can never be good at it again.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but
I think you should. I think you should do those mitts.
Yeah, I'd like to. And I'm sure I have the yarn somewhere. I'm wondering where I have it.
Well, you just got your yarn all organized.
I know, so I should know where it's at. But I don't.
It's probably in a blanket somewhere.
I don't think so, but I don't know. I need to dig around. I have a couple drawers that I just random yarn, like either just all my Knit Picks yarn or whatever, and it's probably in with those or something. Maybe
because you kind of had it dog-eared for a project.
Maybe that could be. So. I don't know, but I would like to get good at color work because there's so many cute sweaters right now that are out.
Yeah, there's a lot of cute stuff. I just don't understand because we both understand the concept.
Yeah. It's not rocket science.
No, I mean, I just don't know why they just don't turn out.
I don't know. And I even go up a needle size.
Same.
Like I try to do that to keep it loose.
Oh, and I've watched all sorts of videos about,
tensioning it properly. Yes. Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe it's one of those things that you really do just have to practice.
Probably. Practice makes perfect, as they say. So
bullshit.
yeah,
we all know.
On some things. Although we've become better knitters because we've practiced so much.
Yes,
I mean, if you think about where we were 5 years ago, no, we still have so much to learn. Yeah, which is good. Those are so cute.
I do like these. So this
those
is
are
that
really pretty.
This is that mustache. It was like something about a wizard or something.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the name of it, and I don't know where the thing is. But I did them short, even though I was really enjoying the striping.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I thought, make yourself stop, because socks don't
You'll
need to go up to your knees.
That's right.
I mean, mine don't. But anyway, like this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't wear these with shorts either. I would around the house though. In fact, I should put them on right now.
It'll be your house socks. Yeah, exactly.
Like Dobby.
That's right. That's right.
No, he's a house elf.
House elf.
He's not a house.
He probably
sock.
wears house socks.
He probably does.
Sounds good. I love that reddish color though in it. I think that's so pretty. I really like that.
This was fun, and I have quite a bit of it left.
Nice.
I could totally make another pair of socks.
There you go.
With it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But will you? Is it too soon to knit with
Too soon to do it again.
Okay.
But it is one that I liked enough that I would do again, I think.
Remember when we used to do a sock a month?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So, I was doing that Desert Vista thing.
Yeah.
For 2 months I did it. And and then Susan had given everyone like this pass for 1 month.
Oh, nice.
Because of the COVID thing, and everyone was kind of, So I technically was awarded the coupon code or whatever for doing 3 months.
Okay.
But since I've never done it since then, I feel like I can't use the coupon code because I feel like it would be cheating.
Oh.
You know, because I really only did 2 socks. So
yeah.
it's kind of funny. But
funny. You're a silly girl.
I know.
Yes.
I need to cast on another pair of socks, although, and I should have brought it out. I found a sock. I have one of them done.
Yeah.
And then I found the other one. I've only done about that much, and it's great yarn. It's I can't think of it right now.
It's been too long with podcasts.
Way
so
long.
Like, what's the name of this?
Oh, no, I mean, this sock was started years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I definitely, I remember it up in the attic. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it does seem like a lifetime ago.
It does. It kind of was, actually.
Your old life.
My old life. But I should just pull it out and start working on it and get those done.
I know. I think I have like, I don't even know how many pairs of socks on the needles. Probably 2 or 3.
Do you?
And I just...
You haven't knit on socks in a while, have you?
Nope. I think the last time we podcasted, I was really good and I got organized. I put each project into a project bag because I just had them randomly scattered all over the house. And I left them in the spare room where I Zoomed with you.
Oh, yeah.
And set them up on a bench in order, all the different bags of projects. And they have sat there since then.
Oh, they're
so I have not, because if I don't see them, if they're in a project bag, I don't see them, and so they don't exist.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
No, that's really true.
Whereas like my crochet blanket, it sits out on my couch.
Okay.
So as soon as I sit down to watch any kind of TV with Bob in the evenings or whatever, I crochet. It's right there. And same with the sweater. It sits right there by the TV, but everything else is in the back of the house.
Yeah.
In bags that I don't see.
Well, maybe just go swap bags once in a while.
Yeah, I need to. It's just...
I know, but on the other hand, if you're liking what you're
doing,
that's
why
the
mess
thing.
With it? That's the thing. I haven't missed them. I'm not like, oh.
Right.
And it's funny because now when I go back and evaluate, it really makes me go, okay, I'm going to rip out that and that. And I don't really like that anymore.
But then do you think if you left it another month or two, you'd come back around to loving it?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But there's a couple of them that I just feel like the yarn choice wasn't right, or I just don't even like it anymore. It doesn't appeal to me anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah. So I need to probably go through.
Let it sit long enough. You don't even want to do it anymore.
That's right. Most things.
It's true. It's true.
Or most things, if you do it enough, you don't want to do it anymore.
That's That's a fact, Jack. So I have so I love this bag. I've had it for years.
You have. And you still love it.
I still
years later.
Well, how could you not? It is so cute. The gal that made it, Kate Rowe Design, she's over in the UK. So those of you that are in the UK, you could check her Etsy shop out. But I mean, it's so cute.
Are you gonna get a cat?
I would love a cat, but and one of these days I will do a house tour. I don't feel like I'm ready for it yet because I don't feel settled enough. I mean, we're pretty settled, but I have awesome counter space like I've never had in my life. Yes. I have these awesome counters.
You have to do a side-by-side comparison to your old kitchen.
Oh, gosh.
Compared to this. Because seriously, I remember when you guys bought that house, I was like, there is no counters. Like, how's she going to cook in this thing? It was
awful.
And it's just crazy to think now I'm like, counter space for
everywhere.
Days. Yes. Yeah. No lack.
Freaking cats love counters.
That's true.
And I don't want cat hair on my counters.
True.
Now, when we had our last cat and she got up on the counters, I didn't like it, but I loved her enough to deal with it. Yeah. But I don't want it. I don't want that. Yeah. So we could get just an outdoor cat, but I kind of feel mean about that. Like, why have one if you're just going to make it live outside?
Right.
We could do a pole barn cat now, to help with stuff. But then I'm thinking... Yeah. I would never see her, and that would be mean.
That's sad.
So I don't know. I'm probably not going to get a cat.
Well, it's funny because Keely's allergic to cats, like pretty bad, and her boyfriend that she's been with now for I think 4 months, he has like 2 or 3 cats, and one of them is just in love with Keely, and so Keely loves it. And we've never been cat people. I grew up with cats, but we've only ever had, we had one cat when Keely was little, and we nicknamed it Sybil because it had multiple personalities. One minute it'd be nice to you, and the next minute it would like grab onto your leg and for dear life and claw you to death. So
that's how they show love.
Her. Yeah. So anyway, we've never had a cat. We've always had a dog. And so she now is like rediscovering, like she's like, I love cats. Like this cat mom just loves me, but she's just sneezing and hives and just.
I'm allergic to them too.
Yeah, and so I'm like, you better go get fixed on that because she used to be allergic to dogs, and then She went to our acupuncturist, got cleared of that. Now we've had a dog forever, and she's fine with it. So with cats, they pick up so much dander that she has to take the cat with her to our acupuncturist, and she'll clear her on that cat in particular. And so she needs to do that because she just is obsessed with this cat. And her boyfriend loves cats. So I'm like...
Cats are so cute. They're so fun.
If you have the right personality in a cat. You know what I mean? Cats can be either great or...
Yeah. Our last cat that we had that I had to get rid of.
Yes. Was sweet.
She was the best cat.
Yeah.
She really was.
Sweet.
She was super sweet.
Yeah. Sad.
Anyway.
Yeah. So she'll probably have a cat next time we podcast. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stick with outdoor animals.
Yeah.
Just...
yeah, get some goats. When are you going to get goats?
Well, we have to just get a few things kind of situated, like where we'd put them and stuff. Because I was thinking even right out behind us, we could fence off an area. Yeah. But the people across the way from us have tons of goats.
Yeah.
And I want them from babies. I don't want someone's full-grown goats.
Right.
And I want pygmy goats. I want the miniature goats. But goats are so fun. They really are. They're fun to watch.
And they'd be helpful.
I mean, they say that, but...
Well, did you know, I thought all goats ate like blackberry bushes, loved eating anything. Well, we talked to somebody, was it you or somebody else I was talking to, and they said, no, some goats are picky. Some goats don't eat necessarily.
No, that was our goats when we lived in Scappoose.
That's what you said. Maybe somebody else told me that too, though.
I don't think it was the goat itself. It was that I gave them stuff. It's like our chickens.
Oh, so they get used to something and then they
want their hand. They want to be hand fed their treats. They don't want to go eat weeds and stuff.
Yeah, they want the real good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm the problem.
Okay,
I'm the common denominator problem with all the animals in my life because I spoil them.
Yes.
And
you treat them like they're humans, not animals.
Yeah. And which is funny because then I don't like them as much because I like animals better.
That's true.
At least currently.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway. So I brought this out even though I finished it a while ago. This is my
so pretty
Grande double wrap.
I don't know.
That's what it's called. Grande double wrap by the my mind seriously just went blank because Cozy Up Knits. Okay.
Good for you.
Because this is the one that I'm redoing or doing again in these two
that yarn
colors.
Is so... Oh my gosh. It's
so
just
that's
luxury.
Why I had to buy it again.
Look at you. See, and that's totally you.
Yes.
That's totally you.
Yeah.
This is like me, color-wise, that's you.
Yeah.
Like in a nutshell. That's so funny.
love these. So it's Miss Babs, Sojourn. I haven't gotten very far.
Oh, it's so pretty.
But it is. It's super soft. And so on this one, I did, when I talk about the width.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I think it's this way. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking about it right now.
It's okay.
Just suffice it to say that I am doing better colors this time for me. These are very pretty, but I don't think that they're necessarily bad on me.
No,
but I don't look at them and just.
You're not drawn to it.
I look at this and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's you totally.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, but right now it's just a double garter, and I want to get on to the next piece, but you do this for quite a while and I just haven't been.
Didn't you say you're doing it narrower?
I am doing it narrow. That's the part I didn't want to have to think about for a sec. So I'm doing it narrow. Well, let's see what's half, because this is half the number of stitches. Well, it has to be this way because that was the yeah. So I'm doing it half the width of this, but I'm going to do it the full length, so it'll be twice as long. Okay. But half as, and that, I think that's just going to be a better size for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's it.
I know. It's so funny. For as long as we've gone, I felt like I needed to like have the crochet blanket finished today, so I'd at least have something to show that I finished. But I was like, I'm just not ready to be done with it yet. I don't know, but I need to be done because it's getting freakishly big. And I hate I don't like the starting of a new crochet blanket. I like when you've got a couple inches on it.
Yes, it's very awkward when it's just that long string of very narrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's so fun.
I really should pull mine out. I don't feel like mixing things up as much as, like I'm not completely monogamous, but I kind of feel like I am right now. Like I just don't really want to work on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I just want to get something done.
Yes. Feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I guess maybe that's where I'm at with the crochet blanket. I feel like, oh, I'm not ready to be done with it yet because it means then I have to move on to something else. I just want to do this. So, and I know I have to tackle the sweater, which is fun. It's good. It's just...
Yeah, it's funny how we talk about it like it's some chore.
I know. It's work that we're not getting paid for.
It really is, because starting projects is fun.
It is.
Picking projects,
Yes.
picking the yarn.
And I think that's the key, is if you have the right yarn with the right project, it's a beautiful thing. But I feel like with this sweater, it's not necessarily, I'm not like looking at it going, oh, that's beautiful. It's
and why do we
gorgeous."
stick with it? Because you
I
felt that way
know.
from the very beginning with that.
Because it's the only yarn that I have a huge quantity of.
Oh, okay.
So to make this sweater, I'd need so many skeins of yarn, and I have enough for this, more than enough. And so I think that's why I feel like just push through Leslie. And I don't think I would ever restart this sweater again, because it takes that much, like, it takes that long to do it that I'm just like, I don't know if I'd have it in me to start it again.
Interesting. Like, not starting that one over, but like if you had it to do over again, do you think, like, if you had chosen the yarns that you wish you had, because you said you like the slip stitch and stuff, and you like those looking, so do you think you would, or do you think now that you're doing it, you're just like...
I don't know if I'd ever knit it again, but I'm enjoying knitting it. I'm just not loving the yarn. I wish I could just snap my fingers and have it be light pinks and creams and have it be.
That would be really pretty.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I could just snap my fingers and have it be at the same place it's at with the right yarn.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'd have it in me to go, oh, let's just start it again.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, for one thing, you'd have to get all the yarn.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So anyway.
We'll have something to show off.
Yeah, show off. Oh, yes. Her baby.
I know.
Oh, crazy.
It's Renata. She graduated boot camp on this last Friday. And she will leave Paris Island tomorrow, Tuesday, to go to North Carolina for combat training, which is like 29 days or something. And we're forewarned that we probably won't have, like,
contact.
There won't be letter writing going on. There won't be. They have their cell phones now, but they have to turn them back into whoever. Like, at this point, it's been their drill instructor. When they go to MOS, that's not MOS, it's MCT. You got to get all these windows down.
That's right.
So she'll like have her phone, so we'll be able to know that she gets there. But then I think they turn it in, and then maybe they can earn privileges to use it at some point. But they've told us don't expect anything. And so that's going to be hard.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know.
Is she excited for the change of scenery? Like, to go somewhere else?
They all want off Paris Island. No recruit has ever wanted to stay. So
that's true.
But she's not going very far. She's just going up to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then after that, she goes, we think, to Goodfellow Air Force Base in Texas. And we don't really know at that point, like, what's happening.
Yeah.
They didn't get their boot leave after boot camp because of COVID. There's been some rumor that they might get leave after their combat training, but I kind of doubt it, to be honest, just because they're not going to want to have to quarantine everyone again. And
stinks.
so she'll go to Texas or whatever for her, because she's going into her MOS is intelligence. And she said it's an 8-month training, but she's also mentioned that she could be in Florida for some of it. So I don't think she knows. I certainly don't know. And I just know that what I've read, like in the Facebook parents or family group, is that you don't really get to go visit them when they're in their school, and especially with COVID, they're not going to want to let people potentially expose anyone.
Yeah,
all the bases are still. So I cried about it the other night, you know, because I kind of was panicking, like I'm not going to see her potentially till who knows when.
Yeah,
but at best, after her 8 months, I mean...
It's insane.
And then what? Like...
Right. They have to let you see them. I just think that's ridiculous.
I know, but they don't.
I know, but I'm just like, that just seems like not right.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Let me see my baby.
Exactly. But, you know, and those of you... I know some of you are saying this right now. She's not your baby. She's a Marine.
I know.
You know?
But they're always your baby.
I know they're always your baby. And that's the conflict that you have is that... You know, I can't stand the idea of not seeing her for that long, so I just don't think about it.
No.
But I know that, people that have served or are serving or will serve, there's deployments that are years.
Oh, yeah.
And when I think about, people that have sent their loved ones off to war.
Yeah. Oh.
And so then, anything can always happen at any point. But to have that worry and that, it just gives me a whole new level of respect for people that have, and I've always respected the military and their family.
Yeah, for sure.
But it really, this is the hard part. The part of not knowing when you get to see them is it's all great that she's serving and that she's getting, good work experience, good ethics, good training. That's all the good stuff. It's the not seeing them.
Totally. Or hearing from them. I mean, that's the thing. If you could hear from them and hear their voice and know, are you okay? Are you doing okay? Like, that's the thing. Yeah. With my kids, it's like, if I can just check in and know, okay, they're good. Okay,
exactly.
Cool. Then
all
I'm
I want
good.
is a text now and
exactly.
then. I'm okay.
Exactly. Then I'm okay. Yeah. It's the not hearing from them and wondering, how are they? Are they okay? Yeah. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, she's no longer yours. She belongs to the Marines.
Yeah, she does.
So, yeah, she's not yours.
Yep. And I just have to know my place and know that, and just try to not have panic attacks over it, because you can let those emotions get away from you, and in the big scheme of things, she's doing something really good,
right? And she's in a good place as far as safety. I mean, she's not.
She's gonna get to see some things, and she's gonna. I mean, she's an adult,
right?
It's just we want our kids to be adults around us.
Yeah.
Not way far away.
Exactly.
But
we want to be able to see them be the adults.
Yes, exactly. So.
Experience them as adults. Yeah.
I gave no consideration whatsoever to my parents, though, when I was, trying to go in the military or whatever. I didn't care if I had moved millions of miles away from them. So at least she cares.
No, totally. Yeah. I know it's that hard part of life where it's like you're letting them spread their wings and do their own thing, but at the same time you're still kind of like holding on and like wanting that piece of
because I know how happy I get when I see her.
Totally.
Once we moved up here and then I wasn't seeing them, either of them, very much. When I'd see them, my whole heart would just get filled with happiness.
Totally.
And then when she left in March, we thought we were going to see her at the end of boot camp,
which is probably good that you felt that you were.
If we
helped
knew,
you.
She wouldn't have gone.
No, exactly.
I wouldn't have let her.
Exactly. Yeah. I know. It's funny because Keely only lives together. Oh well.
You silence your phone. I mean, I did. I put it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, and then it rings.
And it wasn't Renata, so I didn't feel compelled to answer it.
That's right. But no, when I see Keely and she's only a state away, it's like she lets me kiss her and hug her now.
Aww,
and normally she's not a super affectionate person, at least to her mommy, Right. But now she she lets me hug her, and like not just a tiny hug, she lets me hug her. And so
you live closer to her. With her being a state away, then we live it, and we both live in Oregon.
Right, yeah.
So
true.
I'm thinking that we should hug more.
I hugged you when I came in.
I know, but it was,
it wasn't a super long hug. But I had to go pee.
And
Did I hug you after I peed or before?
No, it was after.
Okay. Usually when Michelle gets to my house, she rushes to the bathroom before she really says hi. It's like, hi, totally. Drop your crap and go to the bathroom. And this time, it's like, oh man, I could feel it. A part of me was like, should I stop at one of the fast food places and go?
They probably wouldn't let you in.
And that's true.
I mean, I don't know.
Some do. Now. I don't know. I mean, we went to Lost Lake a week ago, and we always stop at Taco Bell in Hood River and go pee and get some food. To go in and I went to the bathroom.
Okay, good.
So, but whatever. But I would have peed on the side of the road too if I had to. But I felt like as long as I'm sitting, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. As long as I can get into Michelle's house quickly and go, I'll be okay. But
I knew it was disappointing that there was no RV toilet for her to use.
Yeah, such a
that
bummer.
RV sold. We listed it, and it sold the next day, and then they came and got it. And I will tell you, I have never, ever been so happy to see an RV drive away from me in my life.
So funny. Those things are selling like hotcakes. Like you cannot, Bob and I have been looking at them, trying to find one that we like, and they sell like that.
Yeah.
And the RV places said they can't keep things in stock. Like everyone's buying them. So getting the hell out of Dodge.
Good for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm happy it's gone.
And your porta potty's gone?
Yep, that's gone. I only used it once.
Yeah. But Michael used it, didn't he?
Yeah, until he put the compost.
Oh, okay. Oh, so has that been gone for a while then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you haven't been here in a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So.
Yeah. Gosh, your shop must seem huge now.
It's nice, and it's nice that it's like as a shop now.
Yes.
I can go down there now and just be like, I'm in his shop, and I'm just whatever, and then I walk away
and come back to your house.
Exactly. It's so nice.
You guys should get walkie-talkies or something so you can like.
Well, I mean, we do text each other.
That's true. Yeah, phones.
We kind of have that now. Remember when it used to be before like all that? But remember when Nextels?
Yes.
When we had Nextels, and we could like. Talk like that. Oh my god, it drove me nuts. Because Michael, bless him, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And he would do this at work sometimes too. I remember. He'd start talking.
Yeah.
And then you can't interrupt them when they've got the button pushed. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Zoom. Mm-hmm. You know, you're just at the mercy of them to shut up.
So you get a word in.
Exactly. So
I know Bob is such a gadget guy. Like, it's funny. Over the years of our marriage, he's been obsessed with watches. Over the years, he's been obsessed with knives, guns. He's always been obsessed with. What else? Oh, flashlights. He went through a phase where he was obsessed with flashlights. And walkie-talkies.
He can whip a flashlight out faster than anyone.
Oh, yeah. And walkie-talkies.
That's so funny.
We went fishing we've been fishing a lot lately.
What?
Yeah, I love fishing. We went fishing a couple weeks ago with Emmeline and her boyfriend, and Bob's friend from work was going to be camping somewhere in the vicinity of Timothy Lake. Well, there's tons of campsites around there, and he was camping off-grid, like an off-site somewhere.
Okay.
So, but he was going to be on the lake, and the lake is huge, and so he was going to be on his boat. So Bob said, okay, I'm going to turn on this channel on my walkie-talkie. When I get there, I'm going to, message you, and we'll talk and stuff, and we'll meet up. Well, he spent the whole time, like, walkie-talkie and his friend trying to figure out where they were on the lake so they could come find us. He finally found us, but we were just cracking up because we were like, he's just like a kid, like just sitting here. I'm over here on the south side, over and out, all these code names and stupid stuff like that. Well, anyway, when we got home, he was like, yeah, these walkie-talkies are just really old. I think I need to get a new pair. So he got a new set that works way better.
That was so funny.
So the other day we had to test it out. So he had to go up to the grocery store and be walkie-talkieing me to see how the distance was, and he was just having too much fun. I was like, oh my goodness, here we go again. But, boys and their toys.
Boys and their toys, yeah.
Whatever makes them happy, that's fine.
Exactly.
So do you have any community service, or what do you got?
I only have one thing that I can think of.
Okay.
That's yarn related. I've been buying a lot of stuff, like household stuff, which is fun.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to show it all to you because,
Yeah. It's household stuff,
It's household stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
haven't been...
Those are fun.
Totally fun. Well, they're even called funsies.
Well, there you go.
Minis. I was trying to get this one in its spot so I could show you better. Skein Cocaine listed these on her site one day, and I jumped on it because these colors are awesome. They're everything I love.
They're beautiful.
Blues, greens, and pinks. So
perfect.
I have to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I thought they'd be really fun socks.
How many grams each are they? Oh, okay. They don't look like huge.
They're not
mini skeins, but
I guess you could open them and see.
Oh boy, what was flying?
Oh.
What was that?
A darning needle.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea if it came.
It must have come with it. Maybe.
I don't think it did because it looks familiar to me.
Okay.
I think it just kind of got shoved wherever.
Okay.
No, they're probably 10 grams.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Not 20.
That's so pretty though.
Yeah.
Man, that's a really pretty.
So I could divide each one in half and do monster socks, or I could do. Because I did think about this. I thought I could do one sock in these colors and the other sock in the pinks.
Yes.
Which I know would drive some people, Lori, crazy.
Then you'd gift them to Lori, and then it'd really drive her crazy.
She'd never wear them. It'd just be a constant thorn in her side. I think
you should do it. Funny. She's such a beautiful knitter, though. It's like when I look at her stuff, I'm just like, looks so pretty. She's a good knitter.
Yeah, sorry, I can't knit for you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's an idea.
That's my community service for knitting stuff. How about you?
Well, I Oh my gosh. I'm like, now I'm having a brain fart.
Bed of Roses.
Thank you, Bed of Roses, Catherine. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's funny when you're put on the spot how you just all of a sudden
I know.
What am I doing here? So Catherine had this beautiful bag, and I just love pink, and I love linen.
Oh,
it's
that's
got a linen
the one.
back.
Yes. Okay, you got it.
Yes, I got it.
Yes.
It's been sitting on my counter because I've, you know how you always get a pile together for podcasting, and then you don't put it away till after your podcast. Well, I kept thinking we podcast, and we did. You know, it's like one of those things. So now I'm going to actually use it.
Oh, good.
I just think it's beautiful. I love the gold zipper. It's so
I love the
pretty.
color.
So pretty, and the linen on the back. I mean, it's just off-white inside.
She had one. Was it her? Yes, I think it was. She had one like that was blue and white striped.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And it was so hard for me not to.
Yes. This one, it's just, as soon as I saw it, it was like, yep, I love pink. It's the perfect shade of pink. It's just, I love it. And then she sent me another necklace, which was so stinking sweet of her. So I will take it off. But she put an L on it for Leslie, and it has so many.
It goes really good with your blanket, doesn't it?
Oh, it goes good with everything.
Well, sure, yes.
I wear her necklaces pretty much every single day. So I have 3 now, and so I wear them all the time. But it goes perfectly with the bag too, because it's got some pink little stitch markers. But her stuff is so pretty. I just love it.
I do too.
Love it, love it, love it. And it's so well made. And Magnolia loves the necklaces, so I wear them for her purpose, so she can play with them. And they've lasted through a almost 1-year-old. So yeah. And I don't know if I announced that my sister's pregnant again. Did I say anything about that?
I don't know if you knew that since we've been since we don't even know why we haven't podcasted in so long.
No. So I don't know if I said that she's pregnant again, which is crazy to me. She was pregnant last summer and she's pregnant this summer. And Magnolia and the baby will only be like a year and like 4 months apart or something like that. A year and a half about apart.
That's not too bad.
Months. Yeah.
I think that's what my brothers were.
Yeah. My brother and I are a year and a half apart. But it's just, I'm just so giddy about it because I'm like, I thought Magnolia was like the last baby until like my kids maybe someday get married and have kids, and I was thinking, oh, it's going to be a long time till I get a baby fix, and now it's like, oh, I get to get a baby fix again.
Lucky you.
But Magnolia is amazing. She's so cute and sweet. She's so sweet. Like she's always happy and just kissable and oh my gosh, squishy, big thighs.
See, now you know why I hold Oso like a baby so much.
I know. No, it was weird. I'm a little crazy in the head, but there was an ad on Instagram or Facebook of these silicone type babies.
Oh dear.
I think it's I don't know if it's a Chinese company. I know. But they're so lifelike. Like when you take their binky out, their mouth moves. Like it's freaky how real they seem.
Sounds a little creepy.
It's a little creepy, but I was tempted to buy one. Because they're like the size of a real newborn, and I was just like, and my daughters were like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, you probably just want another baby." I'm like, "No, I don't want another baby myself. I just love holding babies and kissing them." And so I didn't buy it though.
Good. How much were they?
I think it was a special deal, so I think they were like under $40 or something.
Oh, I was thinking if they're that lifelike, they'd probably be really expensive.
You'd think, and they normally are, I guess, but it was a special deal.
Special deal,
Yeah.
One of those Instagram things.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I'm a sucker for, and it's bad.
It is bad because it doesn't usually end up being what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes. But...
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But so any other community service from you?
No, there might be, but I just can't think of anything.
Oh, I've got one more.
Okay, good.
So Happy Jane, you know how I love her yarn.
I love her yarn too, a lot. Is that the
skeins.
ballerina one? I have that skein.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh my god!
But I don't have I have a mohair that would go with it, but I love
It's
that.
a sassy ballerina.
Yes.
So there was that pattern that was knit with these two. Oh. I'm gonna look it up because I was debating whether to use it for that or not, and I think I probably will, because even though I'm not a huge, shawl knitter, I knit shawls all the time. I've been gifting a lot of shawls away though lately, and so I feel like my stash of shawls has gone down.
Okay.
And I think it's great for gift knitting. So I'm like, I should keep knitting shawls, and if it's not my favorite, I will gift it. And it's taking a while to come up.
Oh, you're probably not on our Wi-Fi.
Probably not. What is is your Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah. Up here it's Volante 2 point something or something.
There it is.
Yeah. Volante, nothing capitalized, 4949.
Is it 2 L's or one L? Two
Two.
L's.
And don't freak out. I know you're getting my password. Come on over.
Yeah.
I'll let you on my Wi-Fi.
What's the number? Volante what?
4949.
Okay, let's see. Sorry, this shawl's worth it, believe me, okay? If you see it, you'll be like, thank you for telling me, although I'm sure you
Can't wait to see it.
You could just go onto her site and, find it that way, but, okay, let's see if it...
Clearly this calls for glasses.
It does. It's gorgeous. Okay, yes, this is it. Prima. Sassy Ballerina. Okay, yeah, it's designed by Shelley Anderson using Sassy Ballerina and Ballerina Magic Mohair. So anyway, yeah, it's called Prima. And I haven't bought the pattern yet. I need to. Are you going to show a picture?
Well, or you can. I just wanted to be able to see it.
But it uses these two colors. And I just think it's so feminine and beautiful and delicate and gorgeous. So I've been waiting to knit with it because I want to show you guys. So this is the Sassy Ballerina on her bouncy fingering. And then this is the Kid Mohair Silk.
So pretty.
Ballerina. And these pinks are they're totally... In fact, I was so tempted to take some of it and put it into my blanket, but I was like, no, you're going to use it for that shawl. So I need to buy that shawl.
Okay, so tell me again, even though I swear I was paying attention.
What?
What's it called?
Prima. Prima. Yeah. So I just think it's gorgeous. And she has several, So Happy Jane has several color. See, it's so gorgeous. I just think it's so pretty.
So Happy Jane, it's so hard to buy her yarn because it's so beautiful. It's hard to pick.
It is. But she has lots of kits in her shop, at least she did. Hopefully she still does, that you can pick from to make one of these. And when I saw this knit up in that one, I just thought, oh my gosh, I have to have that. But yeah, she has lots of different sets. But her yarn is just stunning. So anyway, I love her stuff. It's so pretty. So I have a couple other things coming, but I told Michelle, I was like, I'm just going to have to put it aside for our next podcast. But,
in August.
Yeah, I hope not. But people are just making some amazing things. And then I just bought this pattern, Drift Lines by Tammy Gore, because I love Tammy Gore and I love her designs. It's a shawl. But the problem, I was going to cast it on right away. That's what it looks like. I was going to cast it on right away, but then I saw that the yarn is sport weight.
Oh.
And I don't have a lot of sport weight
and
that I love.
And I don't understand sport weight. I don't. I mean, it's one of those things because you've got lace, and lace is fingering.
Right.
And then you've got fingering, and fingering is DK.
Right. What's sport?
Where does sport come in? Is that like DK plus lace? I mean, I just don't understand what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, and I could just do it in fingering. And I might just do that.
Yeah.
I might just do fingering and maybe... I always like shawls to fit bigger than what the designer designed. So I usually always go up a needle size as well.
Okay.
So that would make it even more looser, because instead of a sport weight using fingering and going up a needle size to boot, that's going to be even
But won't that make
bigger.
It smaller?
Well, yeah, you're right, actually, because sport.
I mean, you could
bigger.
add stitches.
Yeah, it will be smaller, but going up a needle size should help that.
Okay.
It should help.
I'm just gonna trust you to.
Yeah, make the mistakes.
Yeah, figure it all out.
But I love it because there's brioche, there's lace, there's one color brioche, there's stripes, a little bit of short rows.
Really?
Yes.
I don't get all that from looking at that.
I know. So I think it's just, she said it's like a little bit of everything,
And are those fringy things hanging from it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think
no,
fringe.
I was just seeing okay.
So I like shawls like that have a little bit of everything.
Me too.
It keeps your interest.
It does.
I think it'll be fun to pick colors for it. I think it calls for, 3 colors.
Oh.
So I think that'll be fun.
Very fun.
So that's a pattern that as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, it looks like a nice, I love her anyway. She's such a sweet gal. And I thought, I want to knit her pattern.
I haven't even been looking at patterns. In fact, I saw someone complaining the other day on Instagram, and I legitimately I don't think they were being petty, but about Ravelry has done some new.
I heard that. What is it? Have you looked?
I didn't even know they did that. And
yeah.
So I haven't really. I just was on there looking up that Prima pattern, but I haven't been on there to know
what's changed.
What's changed.
It was something about
it's more animated or
something, and it was bothering some people or something. And I haven't been on Ravelry in forever.
Yeah, same. So I was kind of surprised, but
I pretty much, if I find a pattern I like, I immediately go to Ravelry, buy it, and I'm off. I don't know. I've never been one to really like browse Ravelry. If there's a pattern and I want to see somebody knit it up, I do that. But the homepage, I don't browse. You know what I mean?
I don't do that so much, like whatever content they have. But I do look for, patterns or. I mean, you can just lose yourself looking.
Yeah.
Because what happens is I'll find a yarn that I really like, and then I want to be able to justify buying it.
Yeah.
So then I go search for patterns and
the perfect pattern.
And that's just it. I haven't done that in a while because I haven't even been looking at yarn. And then I got all my yarn back from Carrie, so I won't be looking at any yarn.
You don't feel like you're lacking anything.
I don't feel like I'm lacking. That's not to say there's not still a ton out there that I think is beautiful and I'd love to have, but I won't be buying any for a while.
I know, and that's what's funny. When I bought So Happy Jane, and then I bought some from Dragon Horde yarn too, just recently. It's coming, but I don't need it. But I was just like, oh, what the hell? It looks pretty, and it's going to come in the mail. And so far, I don't know. That's what's gotten me through all this crap that's going on. Is I love getting mail.
I know,
it's just
fun, happy mail.
Fun, happy mail.
Yeah, I've got some stuff coming today too. I have a new comforter coming, some new placemats,
That'll be fun.
Little mason jar salt and pepper shakers for the table because you can't see them, but our lights up here are the hanging mason jars.
So fun.
And but yeah, no yarn. Although I don't know if you've seen. Barnyard Knits came out a new colorway, Sand and Sea.
I love her colorway of the month, the pinks.
I do too, but the Sand and Sea is, and so if she does it on her Heavenly base, which is like the Miss Babs Sojourn.
Is it really? Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know she had that base. I need to read about her base.
But she doesn't have. I don't think there's anything available on it right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on, woman. She just had that baby.
I know. So sweet.
So cute.
So cute. Yeah, it's not like she has nothing else going on.
Exactly. But no, it sounds amazing, and the colorway is just so if she dyed that on that base, I would totally
hint.
I've already bugged her.
You have bugged her.
And this isn't me bugging you more, Kim, I promise. I'm just sharing the information that you have this beautiful new colorway, Sand and Sea,
on an amazing base.
Amazing base. Well, no, it hasn't been
on that base. It's not on
that base,
but it needs to be on that base.
It could be on that base. She did it on mohair and it looked beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I'm not going to buy the mohair.
I know. Yeah. Well, and I stupidly, when I ordered the yarn from Dragon Horde Yarn, I didn't have it on sparkle.
Oh, was that an option?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But it's funny that I never checked that.
I know, because that's like the first thing I do.
And then it's like, oh, crap.
Have none of my shopping habits.
Expertise.
Yeah, right. I mean, what's the deal here?
Just need you to be my shopper for me.
We need to go through some remedial shopping
training.
Yes. When we're done here, we're going to go sit at the computer.
That's right. Order a bunch of stuff. Order a bunch of sparkly yarn.
I could totally get into that.
But her yarn, I mean, it'll be gorgeous even if it's not on sparkle. But of course, I always love sparkle better.
Totally.
Completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Me too.
Still on a sparkle kick.
We love sparkle.
Mm-hmm. Everything that sparkles is good. Yeah. Unless it's too much sparkle.
Sometimes too much sparkle is not good.
Yeah.
There is thing.
There is a happy balance.
There's not a lot of things that I would agree too much is not good, but
that's true. That's true.
No, I think that's true about pretty much everything.
And there is too little sparkle, we have found.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's gotta have sparkle.
It's gotta have the right sparkle.
Yes.
Just ask us, we'll tell you.
Right. We have opinions about that.
Exactly. Our giveaway.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And you know what I was thinking when you were showing that pattern, and I'm not saying I'm going to do it, that Prima.
Yep.
That yarn that I kept from Trilogy, the blue and blue, would be really
gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes.
So we finally are going to make good on our giveaway of this Somewhere in Time by Trilogy Yarns. And
beautiful.
That is going... So I just picked from YouTube because that's how we did it. Laura Wojcicki. Sorry, honey.
We're trying.
If that's you, send me a message. I mean, I know because I follow you on Instagram. I looked and so I know you're there.
She's a real person.
I know that I could just message you on Instagram. And you can message me on Instagram if that's easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to like, I don't know what your options would be
Yeah,
at this
I
point,
don't
because
know.
you can't message me on YouTube.
No.
Maybe you can. I don't
I
know.
think you can.
Yeah. I mean, you can comment. I don't know.
She could comment maybe below the
But don't.
video.
Okay, don't.
Because she may
Just-
not find it.
Just
Yeah.
send me an Instagram message or email or something. But
Yeah.
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 So anyway, congratulations. Give me your address. And you know what? If you wanted to knit that pattern,
That's right.
you
Prima
could.
pattern. You
Prima.
could. It's
You
beautiful.
You could knit it along with Leslie
That'd
whenever
be so
she starts.
awesome. I'll probably start pretty soon because I love this yarn so much.
I love that
And
yarn too.
When I saw the pattern, I very rarely like see a pattern and then go buy the exact yarn for that pattern. I don't know if I've ever done that. Have you?
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
I'm pretty sure you have.
I don't remember.
She's lying again.
Probably. I'm full of crap.
Pretty sure you do that a lot, actually.
Maybe buying the exact yarn though. For the
Yeah.
exact
No, I
pattern?
think you have done that.
Really? Okay,
I think she
interesting.
has.
Maybe I have. I
Or
don't
maybe
know.
it's me that's done. No, I don't usually do. Yes, you have. I know you have.
Okay, maybe I have.
I'm not going to spend hours poring over previous
You're
episodes
not,
to
you're
prove
not,
it,
okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's happened.
I trust you. But anyway, I rarely, I can say that at least, do that. But when I saw that shawl, I was just like, oh my gosh, perfect. That's me. And then I love those pinks, those pale pinks
Yeah,
and
they're really
creams
pretty.
and stuff. And so I just, yeah, it was like perfect. So, but I need to buy the pattern. So I bought the pattern. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet.
Well, get
So
on
I
it.
need to get on that. And
Yes,
do
you
that.
do.
Yeah,
And then you'll see the new Ravelry layout.
maybe.
Yeah.
Although if you just go strictly to a pattern, do you see the ravel? Do
No,
you see
I
it?
guess you
I
wouldn't.
don't
But how
know.
would you get to the pattern?
That's true. You have to go to the main page
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Unless you're clicking a link.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
So, okay, I'll link it in the show notes and then you can click
There
on
you go. I'll just do that. Well, and it seems like more and more people are putting their patterns on Etsy and doing
Yeah,
different
which
things.
is
So
great.
that's cool for people that have an issue with Ravelry for a number of reasons.
And
but-
I do have an issue with Ravelry
Yeah.
for a lot of those
Yes,
reasons,
yes,
but I'm
yes.
not going to inconvenience myself because I don't agree with them on some things.
Right.
'Cause, that's really what it comes down to. Is my participation on Ravelry is not going to hurt them in the
No.
slightest.
Yeah, it's a free
So,
site. But
Yeah.
yes. So
Well, no, and I even pay to be able to upload. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's not a lot, but every year you have to pay a certain amount to be able to upload from your phone or something.
oh, interesting.
And I've done that in the past,
Oh,
and I'd
okay.
probably still do it just because
Okay.
I don't know. I like having the project page.
Yeah.
There are alternatives, though.
Oh yeah, and there's more and more alternatives. I feel like people are coming out with new ways to get patterns and
Yeah,
different platforms to put them on and stuff. People's individual sites, people are designers are starting to sell their
yeah,
patterns from their, which is cool,
totally cool.
so
Yeah.
it's always good to have more options.
Yep.
So, sorry, I see my bump. This is getting removed tomorrow. I cannot wait.
Now, do you know anything like I know you had the appointment?
Yeah.
Do they call that anything in particular? It's just
Well,
old and shitty now, like that comedian says.
Probably. I thought it was like a sty
Okay.
that got pissed off and just decided to like stay there. They don't think it is. They said
Oh.
a sty that's in the wrong location for a sty.
Interesting.
But
Will
I
they
mean they're gonna
biopsy it?
they're
Okay.
gonna biopsy it. He's not too worried about it, but
Good.
and it wiggles around like you can move. It's not connected to anything. Like it's weird. So
Okay, I don't know that you should be doing that.
I know, but I just do it because it's so
'Cause you
annoying, and I
can.
can only do it till tomorrow. So I have
You
to.
gotta
I have
get
to
it
on
in
my
now.
wiggles.
Get your wiggles in now, Leslie.
But it's funny how stuff like that affects you. Like every time the girls want, if we get a picture with the girls, I'm like, oh, does that show? I don't like it. Oh, don't, And I even thought about today. I'm like podcasting. I'm like, oh, I
Aw.
hate that thing. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to the optometrist, and they're going to get it off of me. It was funny. The optometrist, he was like, so do you have an aversion to needles near your eye? And I'm like,
Does anyone
well,
not have an aversion?
I know, like, it's kind of a stupid question.
I seek out opportunities to put needles near my eyes.
Please poke me some more.
Ah.
No,
I guess if you were in the Botox or something, maybe.
Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, which I've never done.
Me neither.
This is all natural.
I know. Believe it or not, there's been no
It's shocking.
cosmetics.
Might come as a big surprise.
Is it? What was that commercial? Is it L'Oreal or is she born with it? I mean, I don't even know if that was it.
Yes, I remember that vaguely. But it was funny because I told the guy, I was like, I don't love needles, but I was like, I just want this thing off my face. I don't care what you have to do, just do it, because I was so worried they were going to say, well, it's not life threatening, so you're going to have to wait till COVID. And I was like, hell no.
Now, I would imagine, does it affect your vision?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I mean,
I can
you're
see
not,
it out of the corner of my eye.
That's what I
but-
mean. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it would
know.
be like, it would
Yeah.
be one of those things
Yes.
that I'd always be like doing this.
Yeah. It's true. Well, it just does, and it just bothers me because makeup doesn't cover it. Nothing, So I just cannot wait. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm going to be there with my mask on and telling them to get the thing off of my face.
Will you get any good pain medication you can give me?
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be in shot form. They're going to. That's probably what the needle is for. Is they're going to deaden
No,
it.
I meant pills.
Oh, pills?
Yeah.
No, they said they're just going to give me some antibacterial ointment or something to put on it afterwards. But he said it shouldn't
I'm joking,
scar.
people. I'm
I know,
joking.
She's joking. But they said it shouldn't scar.
Unless you have some.
Yeah. My address is. Yeah. No, alcohol's doing just fine for that kind of stuff. It's funny, my daughter's boyfriend he'd been given like a voucher. He works as he goes in and cares for elderly people in their homes. Mm-hmm. And somebody gave him a voucher for wines, a wine club or something. And he doesn't drink at all. So he was like, oh, let's give it to your folks because he knows I like wine. So it was cool because I went on and for only $35, you get $100 off.
I've gotten that little. I get it in the Hello Fresh. I just put one in the recycling if anyone wants one.
Yeah, and so I ordered 6 different wines, and it's been fun to try different. I like trying different wines and stuff, so it's been fun. But I'm trying to. I don't drink a lot. I mean, I know alcoholics say that, so I feel bad saying that. But I
never drink before 10 a.m.
That's right, except for on Saturdays. No, but I've been cutting back on because I would have like a glass every evening, and I'm trying to cut back just because of the calories and the sugar. Because I'm finding that the weight keeps coming on. Yeah, it's probably because I'm having a glass of wine every night. And
I joke, but I never. I mean, it's a very rare occasion that I ever drink more than one beer.
Right, exactly, and that's how I am. I just drink a glass of wine every night. But I've cut that way down. So when I got the wines, I was like, this is gonna last me a while, because I'm trying to not have it every night. But then once you open a bottle,
you have to drink
I'm the only one that drinks wine in my house. Oh, okay. So it has to be gone. Otherwise it's going to go bad. So it's like, it's one of those, and it's really good wine. So you're like, oh, you want to drink more. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so I'm trying to cut back.
What else are you going to do?
I know, exactly.
No, I know. I know drinking beer every day is the last thing I need to be doing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to eat healthier, and I've been doing good, but I feel like that one glass of wine, I'm trying to cut off my eating after, I think, 6 o'clock. I'm trying not to eat after that. So I feel like if I have a glass of wine, it's like having a sugary snack. You know what I mean? So it's kind of defeating.
Drink it at 5:59.
That's right. That's right. Not quite the same. I know. I thought about that though, having it with my dinner or something, and then that way it's still done.
My favorite time to drink my beer is when I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah, yeah, and having a glass of wine is good too with dinner.
Yeah,
when I cook, which is rare. But.
No, I don't want to drink my beer while I'm eating dinner. I want it
while you're
cooking.
making it. Yeah, it's
exactly.
Nice. It's nice. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, but so I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Well,
that was fun.
It was. It was nice to get together in person.
So nice. Oh, I know. Yeah. I've missed it. It's not. It's stuff. Zoom is not the same.
No.
I actually kind of hate Zoom. It's a necessary evil.
Yeah. Well, it's done people wonders.
Yes.
And I just canceled my Zoom subscription because I don't plan on using it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to get together in person and do
Hell
this.
or high water.
That's right. We might be going through both of those to get to each other with the state that Portland's in right now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Find a way around it.
I'm not going into Portland anytime.
No.
Ever.
Portland's
I don't
burning,
think I'm done.
Just continue.
It does. Yeah, it is right now. So yeah, I'm avoiding Portland.
I came across, you had bought me years ago that Portland ornament. Portland ornament's got the bicycle, and I still have it and I have it hanging, but I just thought,
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same place. It's not, it's not a safe place either. So, yeah. And it's funny, the Portland I knew when I was a kid, and you probably knew too, it's like, it was, my girlfriends and I, we'd go downtown all the time. At night, we'd walk downtown, we'd go, and it felt very safe. Yeah. And it's just not the same Portland that it used to be.
Well, right now, I don't think any cities are the same.
No, exactly.
I mean, big cities. Here in Rainier, we're okay.
So far.
No one's burning the flag and, burning other stuff.
That's right. Yeah. Garbage.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a burn day, so it's okay.
That's right.
If you have your burn
It's
permit.
allowed. It's
Yes,
allowed.
Exactly.
I know it's so funny because for years I've talked to you about struggling between like wanting to live in the country, but then liking being close to everything. And I kept going back and forth because Bob and I have talked over the years like, oh, should we get some land, go out into the country, or should we, we like being close to everything. 'Cause Bob runs up to Safeway all the time.
You guys are constantly going to places. Yeah.
So we vacillated. But then ever since the world has turned into how it is, now I'm like, I want to get the hell out of town, and so it's just funny because now our whole views have changed on just where we want to live. It's like, I don't know. Bob and I still battle though because he still likes being close to work.
Well, and that's a problem if he still has to commute to work. If that is a consideration.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm like, I just want to get out.
Yeah.
Out far. So we'll see.
Yep.
Maybe we'll be neighbors with Michelle.
I would love that. I know it's not going to happen, but that would be so awesome.
You never know. You never know.
You could get more for your money out
I
here.
know. I've been looking. Believe me, it's one of the places. I've got a couple places that I keep looking and checking and comparing prices and it is amazing how if you buy more land, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But if you want just 2 acres,
right. Right. No, that's exactly
insane.
True. It's like buying a compact RV. They cost more than the big ones.
Paying for compactness. Yeah, it's true. So who knows? But
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was good. So it's not our official 5-year anniversary then,
That
right?
comes on the 11th.
So we'll have to record
We're a little
again.
premature to say,
that's right. Yeah.
I guess our next one will be
a big celebration. A big party.
We always say that and then we forget
we
about
do
it.
Nothing.
We do nothing.
Yeah.
But just,
true.
who knows? This could be the time.
This
we
could
really
be.
Step it up.
That's right. Reinvent ourselves. Yeah. Turn over
if
a
it
new
hasn't
leaf.
happened yet.
That's right.
I'm just going to say,
it's probably
don't
not
hold your
happen.
breath.
That's right. That's true.
Don't wait for exciting things from us.
One thing I
What?
did order. You were quick to be. That was funny. What? Carrie, our creative obsession friend who does everything perfectly, she has inspired me watching her podcast with spinning. I just ordered from Nanette.
Some fiber?
Nanette Wakes. Yes, some fiber. It's coming today.
You gonna pull out your ladybug?
I'm gonna pull out
my
ladybug.
Gosh, that's awesome.
In fact, I was gonna talk to Carrie. I was gonna text her. I haven't yet, but what wheel she got? Because didn't she get a new wheel?
Did she?
Because she had the one that you plugged in. That was what?
E1.
Yeah, an e-spinner, but it was that. What's that called when you fund something?
Oh, a GoFundMe or a
startup thing.
I don't know.
But I think she got a different one,
She
didn't
did, yeah.
So I'm just curious what she got because I'm thinking I might want to get something different. I like my ladybug,
okay,
but I'm kind of thinking I might get something different. So anyway, I'll text Carrie. I was going to say if she sees this and she can answer, but I'll text her. So who cares?
Interesting.
But yeah, I was like, because Angelique, dear sweet, she had a great idea. She said, because I told her I just don't have the mojo to spin anymore. And she goes, why don't you take your spinner out onto your deck? Because our deck has a roof and I sit out there, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. If we're sitting out there by the fire, I can have my spinner right in front of me and spin, and so I might try that. I might break it out and go put it on the deck. And
if it could be cardio, I'd consider it.
Well, maybe could hook it up to a bike or something, or I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody out there.
I just thought it might be a way to
do both things at once.
Well, or at least do one thing.
Do one thing, yeah, true.
Well, okay, so but you're gonna pull out your ladybug, and then the one that she has is still, I think, significantly smaller.
And is it still an e-spinner? Or is it it's not a foot pedal one?
Right?
Yeah, electric.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because I thought, I think if I had an electric one, I would spin more.
So it's the manual labor you're not liking.
That's right. The actual having to move my feet. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It's just too much.
It does take coordination, I'm sure.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
And I can't make fun of you because I tried one of those spindle things once. The
drop spindles.
The drop spindle, and that was just a joke.
I haven't done that in forever either.
Yeah.
But anyway, the fiber coming is beautiful, and
awesome.
I think it'll help me because I don't have any other really beautiful fiber in my house. I don't think at all. I think I've used it all up. So
good for you.
I thought, I'll get back into it slowly and see what happens.
See what you think.
We'll see.
So would you consider selling your
probably that's probably what I would do. Yeah, I'm sure I would. Who knows? Or maybe I'd keep it. I don't know.
They're cute.
They're cute. It's a decorate. It's just in the
corner.
corner.
Where is it?
Gathers dust in my bedroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Sits in the corner.
Coat hanger.
I need to clean it. I mean, that's the thing. The first thing I need to do is just dust it off. And like, it's been sitting there forever. And the fiber that's on it's probably, I mean, just
spiders are living in it.
Probably. Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Stay tuned. I can't wait to. That'll be Leslie will pull out
exciting.
Some FO next time. She'll have some big.
Well, Carrie's yarn's so gorgeous that she's producing. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I never got that good.
You didn't try it long enough.
I didn't try. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You really didn't.
That's true.
And you were doing something totally different because isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, it's got to be different doing it like you say on the foot pedal thing versus.
Yeah, definitely an e-spinner. Yeah.
They look fun to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does look fun, but I just know. I don't really know anything. I could try it again.
Yeah.
Like I can't let that one drop spindle experience
No,
totally turn me
it's
off.
totally different. It's totally different when you actually spin on a spinner, versus a drop spindle.
I just feel like I want to be knitting.
I know.
And I already have all this yarn.
But look at Carrie. She does all kinds of
crafts.
crafts.
I know. I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
I know.
The reasons that I don't do it is because I feel like, okay, then I'd buy a bunch of fiber.
Yeah.
Because I don't do anything just a little bit.
I know. Exactly.
I wish I had more... I mean, I say I wish it's like it's totally out of my control.
I know.
It's just the lot I've been dealt.
That's right.
Or the hand I've been dealt, the lot I've been getting, whatever.
Well, you have been dealt a lot. This is a lot.
Yes, it is. Well, kind of.
More than a lot. Yes.
Anyway, but no, spinning, it does, well, you can start spinning and...
You could try. I mean, that's the thing. I think for you, it'd be like, let me borrow a spinner and see if I like it. If I like it, then... That's why I figured I'd get this fiber and just see if it sparks the interest again.
Because what I was thinking is maybe it would help my arm, like to do something besides knitting.
Different. Yeah, definitely.
But, like I said, I haven't even been knitting that much lately, and it still is hurting. So
that's not good.
And I think that the spinners, like your ladybug one, I just think they're cute. I mean, I think it would look cute somewhere, but
it's got to do more than look cute.
It does have to do more than
it's got to serve some purpose.
And then the ones that are the E ones, they look fun.
Yeah.
I was this close to buying one when Carrie was messing with hers, and I was like, be realistic.
I know. I almost
You'll
did
never
too.
Use it.
The only thing that kept me from buying that one was just the bobbins didn't hold as much, and I thought, no, if I'm gonna spin, I want to spin like a lot at one time, be able to put them together, ply them. But so I think her new one she got, I think it might be bigger. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten.
And
the
does
details.
it ply them?
You have to ply them. I mean, you spin singles and then you ply them together. And
I know, but does the machine ply them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we'll leave you with that.
Yeah.
Next episode, Leslie will have some remarkable hand spun skein yarn.
I don't know about that, but who knows? We'll see. Hopefully.
Or she'll be telling you if you're interested in her spinner.
That's
where
to find it. Selling all my spinning stuff. I hate it. No, I liked it before. I just
Yeah, I remember you liked it.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. All
right. Good
Hope
to see you
guys.
guys.
Enjoying your summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting out in nature. Get some fresh air.
Or stay inside with the air conditioning. Whatever is your thing. It's all good.
Yeah. Hopefully your crafting is behaving, and see you in hopefully 2 weeks.
That would be dandy.
That would be awesome.
Okay. It's a plan.
Yeah. All right.
We've said that before.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I think it's time to give the Knitwit in the Sticks Yarnshire video a shot. I wanted to show the Yarnshire now that my yarn is all here, and I have things mostly set up, although you know how that goes. Oops, I just ran into the wall. That changes a lot as you go on. You think, oh, that should go there, that should go there. That's what I did with pretty much all the yarn that Carrie brought over and we organized, and then I redid it all. But anyway, so it's up there. See the little twinkle lights? Well, I thought they were I love twinkle lights. And so I bought some from Amazon that run on battery. And they're really cool, but maybe you can't tell what a crappy job I did hanging them. They get really tangled and it's frustrating. And so I ended up just shoving them all in the glass, which I think is fine because, it's cute. So in that bin we have self-striping. And then these two are like ones that I have more than one skein of the same color. Then we've got blues, blue, greens, greens. Then pinks, 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 kind of pinks. Blackish, grayish whites. I think that might be brownish or something. I don't know. Bright, neon-y. Oranges, purplies, and then who knows? Who knows what? Those are like the ones that you just don't know where to put elsewhere. Minis, and some gradients down there. Picture of my mom and my girls. Well, when they were girls, little girls. And Lori made me. That clock my aunt made me, well, she made Michael and I a while back. Bags, and remember when I went through that pin phase? And my celestial shawl, that's getting some good use on my tea cart. At least I can see it. And I actually even have real china from Japan that there's a story there. My mom, her like uncle or something, someone was in World War II and brought them back. You know what sucks is when you're younger and your parents tell you things, you just kind of like, yeah, whatever. You don't really pay attention. And then when they're gone and you're older, you're thinking, man, I wish I knew what the deal was, because I remember there being some sort of story, but I don't remember really the details. So then there's more of the twinkle lights that, yeah, I mean, probably looking at it on video, they don't look too bad, except they might be making you dizzy and inducing seizures. Sorry about that. My bag tree. And again, there's going to be some changes, I'm sure, because I just did this just to get things put away. So in here, we have mohair, bags, a few bags. I like bags. Do you know that about me? Oh, and I was going to show you guys because I did this yesterday. I have, this is the lace drawer. There's different laces, lace weights in there. And then this drawer, which, it has the handle, never mind. I have a bunch more minis, like the row 1 minis, different one we used to do swaps. So tons of minis in there, because someday those minis are going to do something fabulous. And then worsted or DK weight. Okay. So that's the part that is kind of mostly organized for now. Then there's the closet. The closet was actually not doing too bad until I organized the rest of the room, and then a lot of things had to come in here, and I'll just deal with them later. I have a lot of those things to deal with later. Oh, the lights are still sitting there that I was gonna hang. Those are the real lights. Oh look, garbage. Anyhow, that's the room. I'd give the rest of the house to her, but I'm not going to right now because I don't want to. That's pretty much it. We'll see what I even do with this one. Like I said, I was gonna just plop it onto the end or the beginning of our video. Leslie and I are planning on recording tomorrow. For real this time. I thought we were doing it Friday, but my bad. I didn't tell her that it was a go. Look, I finally did the, took all those letters apart and did something with them. Anyhow, so I was going to put this on that video, but then I got to thinking, well, I didn't get to thinking. What happened is Michael threw down on me and was giving me a bad time. Watch out, buddy. Giving me a bad time about how I have not done I don't do knitweed in the sticks anymore. And I thought, well, maybe I will just show you. So, remember George the naughty monkey? If you guys have been watching Naughty Nitwits for a while, then you're part of most of these memories that I have in here, which makes it pretty special. All right, we'll see what happens with this. Might just sit on my phone for a while, who knows. Bye.